Mental health issues is something that unfortunately a lot of people deal with on a daily basis, and in video games there's not many protagonists that are portrayed in this way. Well, Ninja Theory wanted to change that when they made Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I've heard so many good things about this game and it got me interested. So what are we looking at here? Well, in this game you play as Senua, a Celtic warrior that set herself on a personal journey to try and save her lost lover's soul from the dark underworld of Helheim. The game takes place in environments based on Norse mythologies, and as you explore you will find these Nordic totems that tell the stories of Nordic lore. Your main objective is exploring those environments, solving various puzzles with some combat thrown into the mix as well. Senua herself suffers from a severe level of psychosis. So many things you go through in this game is a mixture of reality and hellish hallucinations. She also has these voices in her head, which is the most prevalent aspect of Senua's mental illness. These voices use binaural audio, so you really know what it's like to have actual voices in your head, so you need headphones in order to get the full effect, as they make instances that are meant to be regular tasks more of a nerve-wracking experience, always keeping you on your toes, wondering what may happen, as the voices keep telling you multiple things to really make you question yourself on what's real and what isn't. That, combined with the multiple hallucinations of our past traumas, further heighten that philosophy. The certain situation that you're thrown into makes some sections overly tense, and Ninja Theory really wanted players to have that experience, and they fucking nailed that. But that's the beauty of Hellblade, because you really get to delve into Senua's psyche. You really feel the pain and fear that she's experiencing, and fucking hell, man. Melina Juergens is definitely the star of the show in this one. The voice acting is stellar, and apparently this is her first time doing an acting role with no other experience prior, because her actual role is the video editor for Ninja Theory. I mean, damn, talk about a good first impression. The puzzles themselves are the weakest part of the game. When you're exploring the different environments, you will come across locked doors with weird symbols on them. When you see these, you have to use your focus, which allows it to embed itself on the screen. You then need to look around for that specific symbol using what's around you and your perspective in order to locate it. Now, this isn't the reason why I think the puzzles are the weakest part. The concept itself is very clever. It's the amount of times you have to do these is the problem. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but it does happen a bit too often. Also, the fact that this is the only puzzle mechanic in this game, which lacks variety. But as I said, it's not a huge issue, as I feel like these puzzles are well thought out. It takes time to figure out these puzzles, especially with the voices confusing you all the time, which makes you question your judgment. I just wish there could have been a bit more variety, that's all, but it doesn't take away much from my experience. Occasionally, you will encounter enemies that just spawn out of nowhere. Thankfully, the combat system more than makes up for the lack of puzzles. It's very fluid and responsive. You can easily chain combos with light and heavy attacks from a sword, and you have the ability to parry their attacks, giving you the chance to counter. It's very satisfying once you master the combat mechanics, as you can pull off some intense combos, and you can use your focus to slow down time with the voices warning you of incoming strikes. And that's one thing I've realized. A lot of the time when you're fighting multiple enemies at once, I lost count of the amount of times that enemies just spawned right behind me and tried to attack me. I get the reason, you know, to add the tension, but I'm glad the voices were there to help, because I had to act quickly, proving my point earlier about this game keeping me on my toes. Just try not to die too many times, because early on Senua is infected with this dark rot on her arm that spreads every time you're killed as part of her psychosis, and if it reaches her head, then it's game over. Like, literally, you lose all your progress and have to start again. Now, this may seem daunting, but it's not that easy to die. Combat doesn't happen that often, you can't fall down bottomless pits or drown or anything like that. It's perfectly balanced in its pacing and in difficulty, and it's fair in its challenge. Hellblade's most notable achievement is the ability to turn a very sensitive subject matter into a well-crafted written narrative for an action-adventure game. As you progress through Senua's story, you become really immersed in her character, and it's revealed what drives her motivation to keep going and why she can't let go of her torment. I can't go too much into detail because I don't want to spoil the story, but I will say this. Hellblade is a game that you have to fully experience yourself to get the full impact of her struggles, and as the player you feel like you go through those struggles with her as you see everything she's going through. Once you finish Hellblade, you will have a much better understanding of what so many people go through every day, and that's what Ninja Theory truly intended. They really went into detail when they created Senua's character, even getting people who actually suffer from psychosis to give feedback on the game. I loved this game from beginning to end. I was very satisfied when the credits rolled. It's not a very long game, taking about 7 hours to complete, but it's well worth your time. This is one of the most important games of 2017. The amount of people with mental health issues who have come forward discussing their experience after playing this is amazing. And good on Ninja Theory raising money for mental health charities. It really shows their commitment to their cause. Man, this game. Whew. This is a game that you guys need to play. But moving forward, the date's getting closer, so why is this thing interrupting me again? Alright, I already know what's coming. Put it on screen.